Today, inshallah, we shall be learning Ma Dinuka, what is your religion? And this is the reason, the second principle of this book is what Shaykh Muhammad Abdul Wahhab rahimahullah ta'ala puts in his book is Al-Asl Thani. The second principle is that he talks about the Deen of Islam. He talks about the second questions which the angels will be asking us. He says Al-Asl Thani, the second principle of Tawheed, of the Deen of Islam, or the principle for you to get salvation in this dunya wal akhirah is Ma'rifatu Deen al-Islam bil Adillah. That you have to know the Deen of Islam, the Deen of Allah Azza wa Jal, with proofs, not by just customary knowledge, or not by customary practice. For example, a person says that I am a Muslim, but he practices Islam based on the customs and traditions of his people. So what happens in following the dalil is that you will be more conscious about the hukum and the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the order of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the rulings of Allah, rulings of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You will know that what has Allah said and what has the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. Likewise, what Allah did not say, and likewise what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not say. So, if you know the Deen of Islam with proofs, that is the benefit you will be getting. But if someone does not have the knowledge of the Deen of Islam, with proofs from the Quran and the Sunnah, what happens is that he'll fall into errors, because he will be following Islam based on desires. He will be seeing his people practicing Islam, and many a times the customary traditions ruins the purity of Islam. The customary tradition is that people follow a lot of things in the name of Islam. And that is the reason we say that bid'ah is an invention in deen. Bid'ah means bid'ah. Bid'ah means innovation. Bid'ah means anything new in the religion of Allah. That's the reason Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man ahdatha shay'un fi amrina hadha ma laysa minhu fahuwa rad." Whosoever introduces something new in the religion of Allah Azza wa Jal that is not from the deen, fahuwa rad, it is rejected in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the reason, if you know Islam by the proofs, and there are two proofs of the Deen of Islam, قال الله وقال Rasul. What has Allah said, that is the kitab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is the kitab of Allah, that is the Quran al-Kareem, and you have the kitab Rasul, the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, this is the reason, if you have to learn the Deen of Islam with proofs, and just by saying that I follow the Deen of my forefathers is not enough. Wahuwa, and what is the Deen of Islam? He introduces and defines the religion of Islam. Now, even the definition of Islam has to be defined in front of the people by the scholars. Because a lot of people say that I am a Muslim, I follow the religion of Islam, but since he is not introduced, he has not educated himself, and nobody has educated him about the real Islam, the pure form of Islam, if he has fell into errors. So what is it? From the definition of Islam, number one, al-istislamu lillahi bit-tawheed, that a person submits completely with the tawheed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Completely he submits himself. And number two, wal-inqiyadu lahu bit-ta'ah, that he follows the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or follows the deen of ahkam of Allah Azza wa Jal, bit-ta'ah, with obedience.